What if I told you that Pi Network just pulled off one of the most extraordinary events in its entire history? And this wasn't just some online buzz or social media hype. This was real. Real people, real businesses, and real transactions, all happening in Pi. From cozy cafes tucked away in South America to stylish boutiques across Asia, and tech freelancers hustling in Europe, PIFEST 2025 brought together over 1 million pioneers and tens of thousands of merchants into a single, synchronized global event, an event that could very well reshape the future of digital commerce. PIFEST 2025 wasn't just another festival or marketing stunt. It was a bold demonstration of Pi Network's real-world utility. For the first time, Pi wasn't just something people mined on their phones or talked about online. It became a living, breathing currency used to buy goods and services across the globe. And the scale of it? Absolutely historic. This year's PIFEST ran from March 14th, celebrated as Pi Day, through March 21st. What made this particular PIFEST so unique is that it wasn't limited to just the Pi community or internal participants. For the first time ever, Pi Network opened its blockchain-powered commerce platform to the public. Anyone, anywhere, could see, join, and experience the potential of Pi as a real digital currency. It was not just a celebration of the Pi Network community, it was a large-scale experiment and a showcase of what digital payments powered by Pi can achieve. The numbers are staggering. Over 125,000 sellers registered for the event, and more than 58,000 businesses actively participated in transactions on the Pi network. More than 1.8 million pioneers explored the Pi map, discovering merchants and services that accepted Pi. And the reviews poured in, over 45,000 verified reviews reflecting authentic experiences. These aren't just statistics, they represent real people making real purchases, exchanging real value, and proving that Pi can function as a practical, everyday currency. PIFEST 2025 marked the dawn of what many are calling the open network era. It's the moment when the Pi network stepped beyond the confines of digital curiosity and into tangible, global commerce. Sellers from Nigeria to Indonesia, the Philippines to India, and countless other countries joined the ecosystem. Many of these merchants were participating in blockchain-based commerce for the very first time. That's a critical point because it demonstrates how Pi is lowering the barriers to entry for digital transactions. Businesses that might have previously shied away from crypto suddenly found themselves onboarding through Pi wallets, listing their services on the Pi map, and completing peer-to-peer transactions, all seamlessly. And this wasn't just novelty spending. Pioneers were using Pi for everyday needs, grabbing coffee and breakfast, buying clothing and accessories, paying for car repairs, commissioning web design, and even purchasing digital services like art, music, and printing. Pi wasn't limited to niche usage, it became a functional medium of exchange across a wide spectrum of commerce. And all of this ran on a blockchain that is decentralized, sustainable, and doesn't charge transaction fees, a combination that few traditional payment systems can match. To really grasp the scale, let's picture it. Imagine walking through your local marketplace and seeing a sign that says, "Pi accepted here." This scenario was playing out in thousands of towns and cities around the world during PIFEST. In a small cafe in Indonesia, customers paid for meals and drinks simply by scanning QR codes with their Pi wallets. In Lagos, Nigeria, a boutique fashion store completed over 200 transactions in Pi during just 1 week. Meanwhile, in Romania, a freelance designer promoted their services on the Pi community forums, closed multiple deals, and received payment directly in Pi. These examples illustrate not only the versatility of the currency but also its real-life adoption in ways that many thought would take years to achieve. But PIFEST 2025 wasn't just about individual transactions. It was about building a new kind of commerce ecosystem. By connecting millions of pioneers with tens of thousands of merchants, Pi Network created a living, interactive marketplace powered entirely by its blockchain. Participants could explore a global map, discover new businesses, and transact instantly, all within the Pi app. This type of infrastructure is unprecedented in its scale and accessibility for a blockchain that is still in its early stages. The implications of this event go far beyond a week of global activity. PIFEST 2025 signals that blockchain-powered commerce is no longer a future possibility, it is happening now. Pioneers across the globe experienced firsthand that Pi is practical, functional, and ready for mainstream adoption. This event demonstrated that a currency can be both secure and decentralized while also being accessible and useful in day-to-day transactions. Even more importantly, PIFEST 2025 highlighted the social and community-driven nature of the Pi network. The event wasn't just about commerce, it was about connection. Over 1 million pioneers participated, forming networks and supporting local businesses, while thousands of merchants gained exposure and access to a new type of customer base. The event emphasized the human element of blockchain, showing that cryptocurrency doesn't have to be abstract or intimidating, it can be a tool for everyday life and community engagement. Looking forward, PIFEST 2025 sets a powerful precedent. It provides a blueprint for how decentralized networks can interact with real-world commerce at scale. The success of this event opens doors for future expansions, more merchants onboarding, more pioneers engaging, and more everyday transactions taking place in Pi. It's a glimpse into a world where blockchain is not just a technology for tech enthusiasts or investors but a functional currency used by millions for real transactions across the globe. In the grand scheme, PIFEST 2025 is not just a milestone, it's a signal. It tells the world that digital currencies can exist outside speculation, that blockchain-based payment networks can be inclusive, and that the future of commerce may very well be decentralized, sustainable, and community-driven. The event proves that the Pi network isn't theoretical or speculative anymore. It's happening, it's working, and it's gaining momentum every single day. So, whether you're a pioneer who participated in the festivities, a business owner curious about integrating Pi into your operations, or someone simply watching from the sidelines, PIFEST 2025 offers a concrete example of what's possible. Real people made real purchases, connected in real ways, and proved that blockchain can be a practical part of daily life. And this is just the beginning. The momentum created by PIFEST 2025 is likely to ripple across the blockchain and digital payment ecosystem for years to come. It challenges conventional notions of commerce, highlights the power of decentralized networks, and illustrates the potential of a currency that is free from transaction fees and accessible to everyone. It's an event that not only celebrates Pi network but also the possibilities of a truly inclusive global economy. In essence, PIFEST 2025 is a landmark moment in the evolution of digital payments. It has shown that when technology, community, and commerce align, extraordinary things can happen. And for anyone interested in the future of money, blockchain, and peer-to-peer transactions, it's a development worth paying attention to. PIFEST 2025 may have ended, but its impact is just beginning. The pioneers who participated, the businesses that joined, and the connections made will continue to shape the trajectory of Pi network and the broader landscape of decentralized commerce. The question now isn't whether blockchain can work in the real world, it's how quickly this new era of commerce can expand, and how many more lives it can touch along the way.